All right, so happy Tuesday, January 12th, 2021. Tutoring after school today. If you're missing hours, especially, right, to get credit for your attendance, you can stay after school, make up an hour with me. If you're behind, some of us are behind in our assignments, and I updated grades again. I'm really good about updating grades. Some people have straight zeros in my class. Oh no, it doesn't have to stay that way. All the assignments, those of you that have done it know, they take like literally 5-10 minutes to do. There's nothing to them. So just get to work and get them done because you are a good person. So for today, we will focus on connecting to prior knowledge and making meaning out of new information. And connecting to prior knowledge, right? This reminds me of something we did last year. This reminds me of something that I saw on TV and on anything like that. You're going to make it easier to understand. And of course, this is the attitude I want us all to have, right? I will do the work now. If I do it now, it's way easier than running late. Oh my God, let me just turn anything in and I get a 60 or a 70. Yeah, don't do that to yourselves. So I will read, imagine, listen to, interpret, use my inferencing, my riddle skills, and do the research and write my answers. And for our close, well, it's going to be kind of like any kind of questions you have, any problems you have, put that in the discussion question, and I can talk about it in class tomorrow. So keep that in mind. Before we do anything else, today is a good day, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's go ahead and do our positive affirmations. If you've been absent for a while, you may not have noticed that I've changed the wording from smart to strong, because we're all smart. We don't have anything to prove about that. But strong, getting the work done, that's important. So let's do these. What are you? I am strong, confident, and successful. Yes, you are. And how do I feel about getting the work done? I love getting the work done.
I love getting my work done.
Yes, me too. And how do I feel about schoolwork? Whoa, got somebody live and the microphone went a little out of control there, but thank you all very much. All right, so for today, Tuesday's work, we're doing research 1, and there's that discussion question. If you're having problems, be sure and put it in the discussion so other people can see my response in case they need help too. So it's a good way to do that. But for research 1, all you got to do is click on this, and it'll open up this Charity Research 1. If we know what we're doing, it wouldn't be called research, would it? So what's your nonprofit? You should have looked yesterday, right, and picked something, whether it was the St. Jude's Children's Ranch or the BCFS, the Teleton, anything like that you looked at yesterday. Whatever you picked, that's what you're going to type in there. For me, I was the Roy Moss Children's Home. That's the one that I've actually volunteered with and helped with, and that's a really good place to choose. So to research it, you'll notice in the example here, there's parts of it, but for this one, we're not going to do all the work today. All we have to do is find the citation and a quote for today. And then underneath it, you're supposed to write a paragraph for it. And you don't have to write that paragraph today. Like I said, leave that for tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll talk about content, credibility, and relevance and importance. For today, all you have to do is find a good quote and then cite where it came from. And you're going to do that twice in this paper for today. So keep that in mind. So where do we look? Well, the easiest thing to do is click on here for this hyperdocument. And it's got links for different things. If you go into the library page, if you're on campus, that's easier to do. You can click there and open that up. If you're from home, you may have to use the digital access to the library resources. And the best one to use, the Gale databases, and you have to switch to, well, I'll show you here. If you click here, and it just opens up for me because I'm at school on a school computer. If you're at home, you may have to put in the password research to get into it, and the user, it might be NISD1 if it asks for it. But once you're in, the one you want to use is academic one file. I don't know why it doesn't work the way you think it should. Like if you type something in here, nothing ever came up. And you would say, oh, well, you're going to browse all the databases. It should give me something. Well, for whatever reason, it doesn't. If I key in Roy Moss here, nothing. It doesn't make sense to me why that would be. But if you key in something else, like if you go into Academic One file and I search Roy Moss, it comes up. The thing to watch for is you don't really want academic journals. This is a local charity. You're not going to find much there. The best place to search is in news. And if you click on news, you come up with this article, achieves a national accreditation. That's interesting. And then you have some stuff that doesn't really go with it. Here's another one. This is recent too. Endeavor's awarded funding for rapid rehousing assistance. So like this one's good, right? This one has nothing to do with it. This one's good. This one has nothing to do with it. And this one's really old. Look at this one from October of 2011. The newer, the better. So I would focus on one of these two, this one here, or this one. This one was from 2020. This one was also from 2020. And when you click on them, you're going to have to kind of read through it. Oh, that takes work to read through it, Mr. Carvajal. Yes, it does. So once you find something good as you're reading through it, let me see here. So here's somebody that works for them, the CEO. The CEO accreditation validates who we are and what we value as an organization serving children and youth in crisis. We are proud to be counted among fewer than 25% of child-serving residential providers in Texas that have received accreditation, which is a critical component of our path to being certified as a residential treatment provider under the Federal Family First Prevention Services Act. So if you wanted to copy that and paste that in, this is the example. There's the quote. Yay, I'm halfway done with the first one. And then to cite, remember you have to have the citation. That's a good thing about using this Academic One file, is all you have to do to come up with your citation is click here, select, and then copy it. And your citation goes here. And for the first one, you're done. And then you find a second one. For some of the smaller charities and newer charities, you may not be able to find anything through Gale One Search. You may have to go into the my brain's not working good. You may have to go into the San Antonio report. And that's where we were looking yesterday. And if you go into the San Antonio report and you search Roy Moss, a lot of things are going to come up. And once again, the more recent, the better. Like this is from 2017. That's not too bad. 2016. Oops. This one's cool from 2019. This is pretty recent. And this one was just from 2020. Trying to find a movement to house all homeless youth. If you're young and you have nowhere to live, and probably Roy Moss is part of this program. So same kind of a thing. You're going to have to search through, skim through to find information. And okay, Roy Moss is establishing its first outreach for youth and young adults. So let's say I want to use that. Okay, so I copy and paste that, right? The problem with this one is, the citation isn't right there for me. I have to do it myself. Well, it's still not that difficult. All you have to do, click on this one, an APA bibliography citation generator. And where am I finding my information? Most of us are going to be finding it on websites. So you copy that citation, or you copy the URL, paste it in there. There it is. And you have to go through, the only thing you really have to add is the date accessed. For your citation should have the date accessed. So all you gotta do is click on today and cite source, and boom, it's created for me. Click to copy. So then I can, for my source 2, and I've already done it here once before, I'll do it again. There's my citation. And then for this one, find a quote. Once again, you're going to have to skim through, read through, find a good quote that tells us what these people are about and the things that they're doing. So you can decide, how good of a charity is this? You don't decide that yet, right? We're gonna do more with this tomorrow and on Thursday and then on Friday as well. So that's what we're working on today. This assignment is due tomorrow, not today, because we're only doing half the work today, right? Today we're finding our citation and our quote. Tomorrow we'll work on writing paragraphs about the relevance and all that kind of stuff. So once again, today, find a good article, find a good web page, get the citation, find a good quote, then find the second one. And that's all we have to do for today. If you want to work on the second part, you can. Here's the example and how the annotation's supposed to look. But you can save that till tomorrow. Okay, so let's get this done today. If you have any questions for me, be sure and ask me, let me know. And I will be here. Let's get this done, ladies and gentlemen.